Welcome to Midlands Mediation Center. We are so excited to have you here with us as you study to learn more about the mediation process and the work of the mediator in our community. So we want to take this moment to say welcome. What we've learned through our series of doing mediation training is that we spend a lot of time in our introduction session, and then we run out of time near the end to cover all the materials. So to help reduce that, we're providing this video for you to review prior to the session so that you can have the information that you need and be aware of what is available to you through this process. So right now, I'm going to share with you my screen, which is really the beginning of the presentation that you will experience here at Midlands. So welcome to the introduction of mediation training. So excited to have you here and participating in this training. So one thing is the course agenda. And there are 5 days to this course, and each day we pretty much go through a particular section. So day one is our introduction and taking you through basic theories like conflict management theories, negotiation theories, and some of the mediation theories. On day two, you have the opportunity to go and learn about the mediator and the mediation process. The bulk of the class will stick with the mediation process, but then you'll also learn basic skills associated with mediation, the process, and near the end, we'll talk about the practice. How would you start a mediation practice? Our facilitators during this time is myself, Cabrina Bass, Agnes Knox, and Maurice Campbell. They'll be here to help you through the process. So one of the things we want to go through is the course outline, which is pretty much what I just covered. It's the introduction and theory, the mediation process and mediator skills, the mediation ethics and practices, and as well as how you run your own practice. During the session, our time together will be on Saturdays. You will have your 9 a.m. to 12 o'clock, what we call synchronous time. That means you'll be with us in class studying. From 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, you have what we call asynchronous time, which means you'll be on your own. But during that asynchronous time, you will have an hour worth of videos that you should be watching, which is going to help cover a lot of material that otherwise we will be covering during the class time if we were in person. We acknowledge Zoom fatigue. It's real. So we try our best to give you as many breaks as possible. And that's why we have a 2-hour lunch break so that you're not sitting in front of a screen for a full 6 hour of the class. So that 1 hour within that lunch break, that 1 hour of asynchronous material, really need to look at that stuff and cover it thoroughly. And then we come back from 2 to 5 o'clock and we close out. So you will receive a manual. It is an amazing manual that you will have for the mediation class. So here's the first clue. Do not print the manual. Do not print the manual because it is over 168 pages. And a lot of times people see something, they hit that print button so fast and don't even realize that, yeah, I probably shouldn't have hit the print button. So when we look at your manual covers the materials that we talked about inside of the actual course itself. And so when we look at this, what we're talking about is that there are 8 tabs to your manual, and you can pick that manual up next week from our office at 1607 Hardin Street. Inside of there, you'll see the tabs which have conflict and conflict transformation. Tab 2 is negotiation, mediation, and the mediator. Tab 3 is the most important tab in your booklet, so you want to mark it up, hold on to it, but that's the mediation process. For our skills, things that you can always go back to, 5 are your ethics and your practices. 6 are all the role plays. Inside of this manual, you can go ahead and read the role plays, the common facts up front so that you'll know how those work. It also talks about observation as well as the debriefing process that we'll go through. Tab 7 is your code of ethics and your rules. These are your governing documents as a mediator in the state of South Carolina. And tab 8 has some handouts, but you'll also receive additional handouts during the session, which you can add later to your booklet. And so the handouts that you'll see there is the bibliography, the exercises, and things of that nature. So just want to give you a quick peek at the introduction to mediation booklet that you will receive. It is pretty much this book right here. This is your table of content. And here you can see there's a lot of materials that is being covered. And you definitely can see it's 163 pages. So do not hit print. So you have 2 pages here of content, which is your table of content. And all the materials that you need is found inside of this booklet. So just know it is your tool for the time that we are spending together. So I hope this is helpful as we get ready to meet with you for the mediation training. I hope it is something that you all can be excited about, learn from, and grow through and by. When we start our class, we will be asking you to introduce yourself to your cohort. And in your introduction, it's inside the, the guide. All you're gonna do is your name and why you're taking the mediation training and your occupation. And you're gonna share something that you learned from those self-discoveries. We don't give you stuff just to be giving it to you. You're gonna share some of the stuff you learned from your self-discovery and how you think this course will help you and help others, right? So we're looking forward to seeing you with us on January the 22nd. Hope you have an amazing day and take care.